The Lucky Friday mine workers just voted on a deal with Hecla Mining. Could we see an end to a 2-year strike?
After Spokane saw snowfall on Sunday, we dry out, but only for the first half of this week.
Want to shop local for Christmas? A gift idea that can help your skin this winter.
An RV fire sent a staple of the Browns Edition community to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. Neighbors are now pitching in to help with his recovery.
Is your 12-year-old under 4 feet and 9 inches tall? Come January 1st, they're required to use a booster seat.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Evan Narani, and Dina Marie McNichol.
5 a.m. now on our Monday morning. Well, the Seattle Seahawks are heading to the playoffs. With a win yesterday against the Carolina Panthers, the Seahawks clinched an NFC playoff spot. It also marked the 100th regular season win with head coach Pete Carroll. Go Hawks.
You were up for that game? They were out on the East Coast. It was 10 a.m. starts.
I was dozing. I was in and out for that game, but I had full confidence that we would win.
I'll tell you what, one of the interesting facts that I heard when I was watching that game was this is the first time in franchise history Seattle's won 7 games on the road.
That's amazing,
and
right?
we know the 12s are great at home, but this year, they're taking the party on the road.
Right? See, that's why I had a little nap.
Yeah,
I had my full confidence in the Hawks yesterday.
Yeah, 4-0 when playing those 10 a.m. Pacific time games this year.
Wow, that's
We're
our time
loving
slot
Go
then.
Hawks.
That's right. Well, happy Monday morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. Great to have you with us. Thomas joining us this morning. Great to have you with us as well.
I love watching sports on the weekend, but when it comes to the week, I got to come back into my weather element here. Isn't that right?
Well, it's an important week, especially with the holidays coming up,
Yeah,
right?
you know, I've been having people ask me about travel conditions next weekend since last week, so we will be focusing on that later on in the show. But let's just get you started with today. Yeah, after that snowfall that we had Sunday morning, that's gone for now. Things shaping up pretty clear across the area, especially eastern Washington, North Idaho, to kick off this new week. Temperatures largely in the 20s across the board. There are still a few icy spots on those untreated roads out there, so still be a little bit cautious for your morning commute here. But our 12-hour forecast takes us from the low 30s into the mid 30s, so maybe not as warm as it has been as of last week, but this is still pretty normal, especially for December standards here. So I mentioned just watch out for a few icy spots, especially on untreated bridges or overpasses as of this morning. But what I'm focusing on later on in the week, watch how this jet stream really pushes in a whole lot of precipitation come not just Friday, but maybe even starting Wednesday night. So I'll give you the latest details and how it may impact any big travel plans you have, all coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right. Thank you, Thomas. New developments in the ongoing strike at Lucky Friday Mine. Yesterday, the union representing the workers posted on their Facebook page that votes will be counted on the latest proposal today at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Union Hall. Both sides reached a tentative agreement last month, but it is still not clear when the strike will end. Helka Mining Company, which operates the Lucky Friday silver mine in Mullen, told us last month the negotiation committees from 2 sides were able to find some middle ground on several issues like wages and job assignments. In 2017, the miners voted to go on strike against Helka over contract negotiations and unfair labor practices. This is the Silver Valley's longest mine-related labor strike. As a result of the strike, the union will need to track down members. Some miners have taken other jobs as well. Even after that, Helka says it could take up to a year to get Lucky Friday back to full production.
Coming up now on 504, worker advocates in Washington state are voicing concerns against new rules on SNAP food benefits. The new rules will end food assistance for nearly 700,000 Americans. The Trump administration is changing work requirements to qualify for food stamps under SNAP. Some Washington lawmakers say 350,000 people in our state will receive reduced benefits.
They say that change in rule is about promoting self-sufficiency, but nothing in the rule that they put out increases investment in access to job training or to jobs.
To combat the changes on the west side, at least one program is offering extra vouchers for fresh fruits and veggies to more than 4,000 people. A new car seat law is going into effect next year in Washington state. The new law requires children to remain in a booster seat until they are at least 4 feet 9 inches tall or 13 years old. Right now, children can move out of a booster seat at 8 years old if they reach that height requirement. Under the new law, toddlers will remain in the rear-facing seat until they are 2 years old. The Gonzaga men's basketball team is preparing for a big matchup this week with North Carolina. One of UNC's top players will be sitting out with a knee injury. Experts say Cole Anthony is projected to be a 2020 NBA lottery pick. That game is set for Wednesday in Spokane, tip-off at 6 p.m. Well, Christmas is next week, and for those still looking for a tree, here are some shopping tips from experts. Know what size of tree you want before you go shopping. Also check the weight of the tree. They say the heavier, the better, because it means it still has water. If it's already dropping needles, they say pick a new tree. And finally, they say give the trunk a fresh cut. Of course, the Inland Northwest also offers a host of spots to cut down your own tree. Green Bluff is an obvious choice with many farms that spend months preparing for the holiday season. Well, that's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. It is 5:06 now on our Monday morning. The Hallmark Channel is doing an about-face this morning, apologizing for pulling a commercial. It featured a same-sex wedding. Dana Marie McNichol is live now in the studio to explain the controversial move on Hallmark's part and what is being done about it. Good morning.
Good morning. This morning, Hallmark is apologizing after pulling commercials last week that featured same-sex couples. The ads were for the wedding planning site called Zola. One of the ads featured 2 brides kissing at the altar. The decision by the channel to pull these ads came following pressure from a conservative group called Million Moms. This morning, we want you to know what you think. Should Hallmark have pulled this ad? Let us know by voting in our KREM 2 mobile app. After Hallmark pulled the ad, Zola said it will no longer advertise with Hallmark. Yesterday, Hallmark CEO released a statement saying, "We are truly sorry for the hurt and disappointment this has caused." Hallmark will be working to better represent the LGBT community. They'll be reaching out to Zola to reestablish their partnership and reinstate the commercials. Hallmark CEO Mike Perry said in a statement Sunday night they believe this was the wrong decision. The statement also said that Hallmark will be working better to make those relationships with the LGBTQ community across all of their brands. Now, Hallmark will be reaching out to Zola and hopes to reestablish this partnership. But right now, we want you to weigh in this morning. Should they have pulled those ads? 37% of you this morning are saying no.
That's right. I know a lot of people were talking about it online for something that is legal and approved in the United States. Why are they pulling it now?
Right, and a tweet from a representative in California was saying just that. So a lot of talk online this morning, and it's a conversation that you can join in here on Up with KREM.
All right, Dana Marie, thank you so much. It is coming up now on 5:08. Well, so they say too many sweets during the holiday season can be getting you down. Check this out. So according to a study from the University of Kansas, added sugars can trigger negative feelings connected to depression. They say with the lack of sun, it can spike during the holidays, and they suggest eating treats in moderation. Well, runners can rejoice this morning. A new international study shows any amount of running can significantly lower one's risk of death from any cause. The study included more than 200,000 people across Australia, Finland, Austria, and Thailand. Researchers stress people do not have to run far or even fast to see significant benefits. A jog every 2 weeks for 50 minutes can lead to significant health benefits, according to the researchers. And results showed any amount of running again lowered the risk of death by about 27%. I guess I need to really hit the gym.
It's like, yeah, I don't do much running. I do like to do different cardio workouts, so I think that's somewhat the same. Just kind of getting your heartbeat up, getting to the gym, maybe some New Year's resolutions include some, I guess.
Yeah, it's that time of year where everyone thinks about heading to the gym, right, after the holidays?
Right, exactly.
All right, 5:09 now. Well, windshield wipers are not futuristic enough for Tesla. We'll tell you about the new approach it's taking to keep water off the windshield.
With Christmas right around the corner, we have a gift idea that could help save your skin this winter. Coming up, a local entrepreneur shares her natural skincare product on Up With Her.